Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. It has been a quiet, severe weather season so far, but tomorrow that could change.
It is the first of several days with a risk of severe weather. Tomorrow showing a slight risk across the whole state. Let's get right to the backyard with Belle breaking down what we can expect. Hi, Belle.
You know, it's interesting, Chris. You know, we've had 87 preliminary reports of tornadoes. In Minnesota, for the season so far, we've had 8. So only 10% of what the state just to our south has seen. So tomorrow we're not calling for a number of tornadoes. It's a very isolated risk, but there's a very good potential that there'll be a couple of rounds of storms tomorrow that could produce strong winds and also large hail. As you noted, the slight risk, which is 2 out of 5 when it comes to risk levels, is basically across the entire state and also Wisconsin. So it is a weather-worn day. We do have multiple storm chances between 2 and 10. The main threat will be large hail and damaging wind. And again, there's a slight risk of a tornado or two. It's really going to come with, of course, a lot of downpours as well. The ground is very saturated from all the rain we have received, over 11.5 inches. And so trees can go down in a quick hurry when we, of course, have strong winds. And we do anticipate that we will have that tomorrow. Now, it all depends on the timing of how these storms unfold in the middle portion of the day, as how strong the storms will be tomorrow night. But regardless, it's going to be a very active Wednesday. We'll have more details of the rest of your week in just a few minutes.
This is a final call for badge 4819, Officer Jamal Mitchell. End of watch on Thursday, May 30th, 2024. The Minneapolis Police Department thanks you for your dedication and service. Rest easy, we've got it from here.
That was Minneapolis Police Officer Jamal Mitchell's final call coming over the police radio earlier this afternoon as thousands gathered and lined the streets to say goodbye.
At a memorial, those who knew him remembering Mitchell for his selflessness, his love for his job and his family. Ian Russell joins us now with today's somber farewell. Ian?
Hey, Julie, Chris. Well, today's farewell was full of Mitchell's fellow MPD officers and those from departments across the state. In fact, so many people were there, it took over an hour to get everyone seated as hundreds came together to pay their respects and honor the life of Officer Jamal Mitchell. One last ride, one last salute for a hero.
And some joy because of the joy that Jamal brought to all of us.
As dozens of departments stepped in to keep watch, hundreds of Officer Jamal Mitchell's colleagues came together.
No matter what you've been through, Jamal's heart demonstrated, I care.
Honoring a fellow officer.
In any democracy throughout the course of human history, you need guardians, and Jamal was the epitome of a guardian.
A trusted member of the MPD.
And looking around this room today, what is exceedingly clear is that we all loved him right back.
And a dear friend.
There are not words to explain the emotions that exist when you find out that that fallen police officer was somebody who you consider a brother.
Hundreds of police officers standing in salute of an officer taken too soon. And as hundreds joined the miles-long procession,
no, you're good, thank you.
Hundreds more came to say their own goodbye.
I think we often forget the importance of honoring those who serve us.
Some with officers in their own families.
They're all there for each other, and that brings me a lot of peace and comfort.
Some here to respect a friend.
And one of their kids goes to our dance studio, so we just wanted to respect the family.
All to honor a man who gave his life in the line of duty, a dedicated father, someone who never met a stranger.
It's good that we're doing this.
It's absolutely amazing. Miles and miles and miles of support.
A man who set out to make a difference, getting the honor he deserves.
This was Jamal's mission. And through our tears and heavy heart, we collectively say, mission accomplished.
Because of Officer Mitchell's actions on May 30th, Chief Brian O'Hara announced that Mitchell was posthumously awarded the department's Medal of Honor and Purple Heart. And really, it was so apparent that Jamal Mitchell was a well-loved and liked person. Even fellow officers who used to work here, who now live across the country, came back to show their support for Mitchell and his family. So just a incredibly sad day as people out paying their supports today.
Yeah, and he seemed like just a remarkable man.
Yeah.
What a loss.
Yeah, such a hero in so many ways. Thank you, Ian. Yeah, appreciate it.
Well, if you missed the service and you'd like to watch it in its entirety, along with the procession, we have all of that for you right now on our KARE 11 YouTube page.